The political life of Kwame Nkrumah, 1945 to 1957. Kwame Nkrumah was born in 1909 in the southwest part of the Gold Coast, which is present-day Ghana. His father was goldsmith, who belonged to the Nzima tribe. Nkrumah was educated at the Roman Catholic Mission School and the Great Secondary School in Achimota, near Accra. After completing high school, he studied to become a teacher and eventually left Ghana for the United States. He then spent 10 years as a student and teacher at Lincoln University in Pennsylvania. In 1945, Nkrumah left the United States for England, where he met George Padmore, a prominent journalist from the West Indies, with whom he worked on the Pan-African Congress, led in Manchester, England. The conference was presided over by Du Bois. However, many of the delegates were Africans who passed a resolution condemning colonialism. In addition to Nkrumah, some of the delegates included Jomo Kenyatta, the first president of Kenya, Senghor, who was also the first president of Senegal, Point Boini, who became a leader in West Africa. The resolution demanded the following: the right to freedom for Africans, education, to earn a decent living, to express thoughts and emotions, to create and adopt forms of beauty, black autonomy and independence. In 1947, the Gold Coast Convention was founded by men of substance. These were Africans who fared somewhat well during colonialism. They invited Kwame Nkrumah to be their Secretary General. The organization had typically been non-confrontational, and its older leaders believed independence would be accomplished in a decade or more. However, once Nkrumah returned, he quickly launched a nationwide tour and established more than 500 branches of the party, all the while issuing membership cards, collecting dues, and fundraising. After several leaders of the United Gold Coast Convention were arrested for participating in a violent demonstration, rifts began to form in the party. Activists like Nkrumah welcomed violence as a means to achieving independence, while the older leaders believed in non-violence. In response, Henry Kosi and a committee of members from the United Gold Coast Convention worked on a constitution which would be the basis for an independent Ghana. The new constitution granted Africans 1. An all-African Legislative Assembly, 2. An Executive Council or Cabinet with 8 ministers chosen from the Assembly, 3. 3 ministers nominated the governor from the European Civil Service. In 1949, Kwame Nkrumah founded his own convention, People's Party, CPP, and denounced the Kosi Constitution as imperialist fraud. The CPP leaders were arrested for inciting several strikes, boycotts, and imprisoned for a year. In the elections held in 1951, the CPP won and agreed to work with the colonial government for a transitional period under the Kosi Constitution. On March 6, 1957, the Gold Coast became known as Ghana. Kwame Nkrumah credits Marcus Garvey's philosophy and opinions of Marcus Garvey as having the most profound influence on his life.